Before you go backpacking and get out in the backcountry, it is super important if you've got new gear to test it out. And that's what I'm doing today. I've got a brand new ultralight backpack. I've got a bear vault, got a Sawyer squeeze water filter, a sit pad, and just so much more to test out and understand this gear starting very soon. Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are new here, my name is Jamie McCracken, and as I said in the intro, today's goal is to show you some of my new backpacking gear, as well as just for me to dial it in and test it out, because I think it's super important before you get out in the backcountry, before you actually do an overnight stay, to understand how your equipment works. I mean, it's super important. I've never used a water filter out in the backcountry. In fact, I don't think I've ever used a water filter in my life. So, you want to have these things down and dialed in and understand how your equipment works. If not, it's just going to be a bad experience, and you may not get as much enjoyment out of the experience as you could if you actually understand your equipment. Anyways, I'm in David Crockett State Park. We're hiking a 5-mile loop trail today. It's an hour and a half drive from Nashville, Tennessee, just south of it. I'm excited to be on the trail and excited to test out some of this new gear. Let's get to hiking. I've been hiking right along the Shoal Creek here in David Crockett State Park, and that's been pretty much the first mile and a half of this hike. It's just been right along the creek. Really beautiful. I've yet to see anybody this morning. It is a Sunday in late September, so a lot of people like to pack out on a Sunday, and I definitely saw a good bit of RVs leaving. So I may be the only one on this trail today, which is really nice. That's so peaceful. I am making my way up to campground number 1. That's where we're going to test out some of this gear I have in my backpack and show you this brand new ultralight backpack. So I'm a little less than a quarter of a mile away. Just got to go over this tree first. Every time I do that, I feel like I'm kind of like a wrestler going into the ring, just like stepping over the ring. I don't even know. A fallen tree always gives me like this power. Solo hiking thoughts. That's all I can say. Made it over to campsite number 1 here in David Crockett State Park, and these are just RV pull-in sites, so it's not like a backcountry site or anything. I just took over one. There's actually some people still camping, and a guy actually saw me. He's like, "Can I help you, sir?" And I'm like, "I'm just hiking. I hope it isn't a big deal if I shoot a video down here." And he said I was good to go. So I'm gonna unload some of this and show you what I've got in my backpack today. But first, maybe I should just show you my backpack. So I have the Zpacks 70-liter Arc Haul. It's an ultralight backpack. It only weighs 22 ounces. It's absurd. A cottage company based out of Florida makes these, and they're not cheap. This backpack comes in at $399, so well over $400 once you pay the tax. But for what you're getting, the material is made out of Ultra 200 material, super tear resistant, super water resistant. It's an amazing pack from what I can tell so far. I mean, I've only hiked a couple of miles with it, but as far as durability, this is one of the best things that you can get on the market. The first thing you might notice about this pack is it has a ton of space. I mean, I did get the 70 liter, so you could just fit almost an entire human being in this thing. But what's really nice is the roll down top system. So when you open this pack up, all you are going to get is a wide open backpack. There's not a lot of pockets or gadgets or anything like that in there. It's essentially just a hole that you will pack things in. The old Zpacks backpacks, by the way, did not have this trampoline back. So what this does is it keeps your back off of the pack itself. And so it'll wick away the sweat that you accumulate. It'll also create some air ventilation. So that also helps a ton. And what you'll notice is they built it with a curved system. So this thing is going to go with your torso. It's a pricey backpack, but this thing is built to last and built for you. The big pads here for your shoulders are great. I added this black diamond carabiner. Not sure what I use it for, but you know, I could put a Garmin InReach on here or something like that. But for now, I just wanted to take this out just to see how it would feel. It only weighs like a few ounces. You can fit in the side pockets 2 1-liter smart water bottles, and I've only got one here today. And of course, on this side, you can have 2 smart water 1-liter bottles, but I just put my trekking poles in today. And you see this outside mesh, which is great. You can put anything that you need to grab quickly. And in here I have my camera gear, I have my sit pad, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit, and I have a rain pack, or a pack cover. That's, you know, that will cover this entire pack. It's very large. You don't even need it, but I spent the extra $85 to get it just for extra protection. I was like, you know what, if I'm going to spend this much on a backpack, I really want to protect it. Okay, I'm going to show you one of my favorite things about this pack, which is it has a roll down top. So obviously I'm not using all 70 liters, not even close to that today. I don't even know if I ever will, but I just wanted to make sure I was secure. They sell a 60 liter as well, but they're the same exact price. And so I just went with the biggest one they had in case I get maybe a bigger or thicker sleeping system for winter backpacking. And you know, just in case I want to fit other things in here. But let me show you the roll down top. So up top here, you'll see there's just a buckle, and you're gonna see how much this thing can fit now, because you just roll this thing up and, oh, can't even see me. Open it up and this thing is just a beast. Like, I gotta show you the inside of this now. So here is the 70 liter Arc Haul made from Zpacks with the top open, the roll top open. And in here, I brought my drone, which I don't plan to use today. I brought my brand new Sawyer Squeeze water filter, which we will try out today. I've got a medium-sized dry bag, which I didn't put anything in. Just wanted to show you because I also got it from Zpacks. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, this thing is just deep as heck. Oh yes, I also have a footprint from Nemo. And if you guys remember from the tent video, my previous video of me setting up my Nemo Hornet Osmo 2-person tent, I did not have anything to put on the ground underneath of it. So you don't really need it because it is made of that Osmo material, but this footprint or ground sheet, which only weighs like 7 ounces, should give me some extra just durability, just in case, you know, I hit a sharp rock or stick or something on the ground that could potentially tear the floor of the tent. So I brought that out here too. I don't know if I'm going to lay it out, but just wanted to show you that I did acquire something to put underneath my tent, which should give it a little bit more resistance from any kind of tears. If we look back in here, I don't know if you can tell, but I also brought my bear spray. I definitely don't need this today, but just wanted to show you the things that I have acquired. And then down in here is the big beast. This is what I had down in there. This is the Bear Vault 450. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you guys is the Bear Vault. So I took it out. So I lined all this up to make it look pretty, but I'm going to show you the Bear Vault first. How to open one of these things. First of all, by the way, this weighs like 2 pounds, 2 ounces, so it is it's kind of heavy and it stinks. and you don't really need one. It's not required unless you're like in California. There's a few places in the country that are requiring these things now, and I know in Tennessee in the Great Smoky Mountains they are considering making these a requirement, but you can also get an sack. Either way, these things are really expensive, and sack is really expensive. It can run over $100. But the Bear Vault 450, I believe, is $70. So it's a bear proof. I mean, they're not going to be able to open this thing, and I'll show you why. It's actually kind of difficult even for a human to open this thing. It has a lot of smell resistance, so you're not going to smell any food or anything. And I've got a couple snacks in here to give you a scale of how much food this can potentially hold. It says it can hold 4 days of food for a solo backpacker, or 2 days of food for 2 people doing like a weekend trip. So how you're going to open this is actually, you're going to take one of the, you see the black nodules here? You're going to press in, just like this, press in, it goes underneath, oops, goes underneath, then you have another one to get over, so you take this one, press it, go underneath, and it unscrews, just like that. It's pretty simple, a little bit difficult, but there's a reason why it's bear proof. They're not supposed to be able to get into this thing. So I'm going to show you before I show you the scale of what's in here. Just screw it back on. So it screws back on just like this, right? And once it gets to, let's see, once it gets to that nodule, okay, so now I've got it on here. Now you see the blue nodule, right? So watch how the black will just go right over top of it. So just like that. Now we're back in the locked position where I can't get it open without pressing this in, and then locked again. Let's press again so you get over the nodule twice, and then it unscrews very normally. So for scale, what I have in here, I have a little go-go squeeze, what is this, applesauce? I have a little thing of pistachios, and I have a granola bar. They also give you, they tell you kind of how it works and how to stay safe. Obviously, they've got the Bear Vault 500 as well, so this will keep like 7 to 10 days of food. I got the Bear Vault 450, which is apparently able to hold 4 days of food for a solo backpacker. They come with like a bunch of cool stickers. I really like this. This little Bear Vault sticker, and then they've got like a whole bunch of educational stickers, which I really like anything that smells. So food, toiletries, sun, bug protectants, even chapstick. They say put in a Bear Vault if you can. But again, just for scale, this is just a regular size granola bar, mini packet of pistachios, and some applesauce. And I mean, that doesn't take up much room at all. So I should have bought a couple of backcountry backpacking meals, but I haven't done that yet. But we are taking a backpacking trip here in just a couple weeks, so I'm super excited about it, and I'll use this thing. It's not necessary, it's definitely not required. I could have just got an sack, but an sack is just as expensive. I realize that. Now it's a lot lighter. This thing weighs like 2 pounds, 2 ounces. An sack you can get, I don't even know what it weighs. I mean, it's less than a pound. So these things are heavy, they are kind of bulky, but that leads me to one other thing I want to show you on my Zpacks Arcall 70-liter pack. So the tough part about Zpacks is you're just getting the backpack, and if you want any add-ons like a water bottle holder, or maybe a fanny pack down here on your belt pad, you have to buy that all separately. The only thing I bought separately to add on to my pack, if you turn it around, is this right here. This is a V-strap. So the Zpacks Arcall does come with a single strap, as you see right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring this out in the sun, because I think it'll give us give you a better perspective. But all the Arcalls come with this single strap that goes over the backpack and can latch in on the front right here. So you can see the snap right here. That will go in there. And it is removable, by the way. All these straps are removable. While the solo single strap is great, I went ahead and spent the extra $9.95, I think it's like $10, to get the V-strap. And this is also removable too, and very adjustable, but this will just come right over the top as well and snap in right there. I can't do it with one hand. But what this is great for is something like that over there, which is the bear can. And you could strap it down with the one, but it has the potential of sliding or unbalancing you, and I don't want that. The V-strap will lock it down, make it very balanced when I do need to carry a bear canister, or you know, when I do need to carry it on top, that is, because right now today I can fit this thing inside no problem and can fit most of my gear. But it will be nice when I have a full pack and need to put the bear can on top, especially when it's required in a place like California. Put the bear can on top and put the V-strap over top of it. It's not meant for this because I have like no weight in the pack right now, so it's just kind of limp. The V-strap, and specifically the bear can to be on top, is meant for a full pack, so there is absolutely nothing in here. So this was kind of useless right now, but you kind of get the idea of how it would look. And these little straps right here that I put it in, I'll show you. This is fully adjustable. I mean, it's very easy, and you can take these off as well. But you kind of get the idea of what it would look like, and it is fairly easy to let me get out of the shadows. Fairly easy to strap in. And if you have the Bear Vault 500, this V-strap would help even more, because I mean it expands, it goes really wide. I could take it off obviously because I don't have a full pack, and kind of unnecessary, but it does show you what it would look like strapped in there. Bonus feature of the Bear Vault 450 or the Bear Vault 500 is this right here. It can act as a stool at camp, and it's super comfortable. Obviously this thing weighs 2 pounds, or a little over 2 pounds, and so I'm 135 pounds, and it holds me just fine. Feels good. You can stretch your legs, and it's pretty comfortable. I mean, you're not going to sit on this thing for a couple hours, but for a little half-hour break or 45-minute break, this would be perfect, and get you off the ground and on a smooth surface. The next thing I want to show you guys is this Zpacks medium-sized dry bag. So this can also, you can also put food in it. It is not bear-proof though. This is mainly for things that you absolutely do not want to get wet, in case the arc haul doesn't do the job, or your rain pack doesn't do the job. I mean, I have extra protection, but you can fit probably, I mean, I don't even know, like probably a good downsized jacket and a couple pair of extra socks. You can fit tons of electronics, so if you have like a battery charger, or like my DJI Osmo Action 3 camera, anything basically that you absolutely do not want to get wet, this thing is pretty much 100% proof, although the backpack is too. So this is just for extra security, and also it can separate some items, so I may just put my clothes in here and know that this is my clothes bag, but you get the idea. It's a medium size, and I believe this runs $39, $40, something like that, 40 or 50 bucks. But again, you're paying for the material. This is made of Ultra 200 fabric, so it is hard to tear, rip, damage at all. And again, this is the medium size. I don't have anything in here, but I do want to show you how the roll down top works. And so basically I'm just rolling it. If you were to have stuff in, you would, you'd roll it down just like I did my backpack, and it snaps right in. So really great feature. The next thing, just for more bear protection, this again, not required in most places that I'll be here in Tennessee. I don't even think the Great Smoky Mountains requires this for all the black bears that they have, but certainly in grizzly country, things like Wyoming, California, basically out west, you're gonna wanna have this. And I got the 8-ounce can. This stuff is really expensive, by the way. It's like 80 bucks. For a can of this, and this I believe goes, it sprays up to 30 feet and lasts for 7 seconds. So you got 7 seconds of spray time with this, and you can do more research and watch videos on this, but it really does spray like 30 feet. But my thought always is like, okay, if you encounter a bear and you spray it and all the stuff is gone in 7 seconds, I mean, this is amazing stuff. It will get the bear the heck away from you. I've seen it in action in other videos I've watched. But my thing is, like, what do you do if you run into another bear? Like, you're out of spray. So, yeah, I don't know. These are just thoughts that go through my head. But this is called the Counter Assault. You'll see it at REI. This is mainly, I think it's the only one that you can buy. This is the only one that I've ever seen as far as bear spray goes. I have other things to show you, but first, I want to pack this back up and get back on the trail to continue hiking, and we're gonna try out the other 2 or 3 pieces of gear I got to show you today. Okay, I'm all packed up. I'm going to continue on this trail I'm doing here at David Crockett State Park. We still have the water filter to test out. I still want to show you my set pad, and I might roll out that ground sheet that I got for my Nemo tent. We'll see. If not, you'll get to see it in another video, but definitely have the grand finale of testing out my water filter, which I'm really excited because we're right along the Shoal Creek, so plenty of water to test out here today. Let's get on the trail first. Let's get to hiking a little bit further. I've been hiking just over 3 miles and I've not seen anyone all day on the trail. I did see some campers when I was shooting some of the video of my gear at the picnic table, but as far as the trail, I've had this thing completely to myself, which is really nice. Very peaceful late September Sunday hiking in the wilderness. This doesn't look like a trail, but I promise it's right here. By the way, the next point of interest for us today is Lake Lindsay. It's a pretty big lake, and we're about a mile away, and it's really close to where I parked my vehicle, and I'm back on a paved section of the trail. This state park needs a makeover when it comes to like staying on the trail, like just the trail system in general. I mean, I have a map, I have all trails, I have the trail that I'm supposed to do downloaded, but it seems like every time I get off, and I don't even know how. Like, I'm like, I thought I was on the right trail, so I have to cut over, and it's kind of a mess, to be honest, but I'm going the right direction now, and we're about a mile away from Lake Lindsay and almost done with the hike in general, so that I can try out my water filter and pack cover, and maybe even show you the Nemo footprint for my tent. Whew. I figured I'd try out my sit pad before we got to Lake Lindsay, and this is super comfy. I got a little sit pad from Zpacks. So when I ordered the backpack and the V-strap to come with it and the pack cover, and what else did I get? The medium-sized dry bag. I also picked up this like 2-ounce sit pad, and it's another way to make camp a little bit more comfortable out in the backcountry. Of course, I have the bear cam, which I showed you earlier, that you can set on, but this thing is a piece of foam that's got the dimples in it, and it just makes things so much smoother and comfortable. I mean, I'm sitting on a log right now that's, you know, kind of unbalanced, got the bark and everything like that, but you can put this on a rock, anything, and I can tell you right now, it is super comfortable. I'm really liking it already. So, speaking of a bear can, by the way, I'm going to go and get in my backpack now and get a snack. These are really good. They're called Autumn's Gold, and I got the cinnamon almond granola bar. So, Autumn's Gold, cinnamon granola. Really, really good. Gluten-free. All real ingredients: almonds, pecans, maple syrup, organic honey, sea salt, unsweetened, coconut, pumpkin seeds, and vanilla extract. So all real ingredients. I love these things. Great trail food. And yeah, I'm ready to head over to Lake Lindsay. This sitting pad by Zpacks, it's top notch. It's amazing. Super comfortable. It's more comfortable than the Bear Cam. And the Bear Cam is pretty comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. It's a good butt seat. But this thing is, I feel like I got just like a full like mattress I'm sitting on with the dimples and the foam. Really nice on the tush. All right, let's hit the trail. Okay, I've made it down here to Lake Lindsay, and the lake is just like glass. Beautiful day to be out on the lake here on the first or second day of fall. I have made it back down to Shoal Creek. I actually already finished up the hike. I'll give you the final stats at the end of the day, but first it is time to test out my Sawyer Squeeze water filter, and I'm really excited. There's some people in the creek now, but I got some privacy over here, so let's test out this thing. All right, haven't even taken it out of the box. Very excited to check it out. I have laid everything out on top of my dry bag, and as you will see, you get two 1 liter bags that have caps that can go on them. So I got 2 of those. This is the filter itself, and then you get a nice mesh bag. So the filter itself will fit right on top of my 1 liter smart water bottle, and we should be able to get some water right now. Also, a lot of people do not use these. They elect to go with like a C-Knock or something with a bigger mouth so you can scoop up water. But I haven't bought one of those yet. I'm just gonna use this thing for right now. You can tell how it can be a little bit hard because you only have this little bit, not the whole thing where the mouth would open. So without further ado, let's try this thing out. Okay, I filled up as much as I could this bladder. I really only got about that much water, so I would say get a C-Knock. That's probably what I'm going to do because these things are brutal to fill up. I'm not sure why Sawyer hasn't changed it yet. They're a great company, and I know a lot of people complain about these bladders, but nonetheless, we got a little bit of water to work with. You know, you can obviously, I can fill up the smart water bottle as well and then attach the filter to it and drink like that, but I would prefer to take the bladder and filter it through and then into the bottle. That way, the only thing that's that I'm drinking out of is this bottle and not this. And you know, you just get things mixed up and things get dirty. So let's try it out. So this just screws on just like that. You can drink right out of the Sawyer Squeeze, but I am going to filter it into my smart water bottle. Pop open the cap. Oops. All right, let's try this out. Oh, it's filtering. I'll definitely be getting a C-Knock sooner or later because it is very hard to fill these bladders up. They just don't have a large enough mouth, and I was having a lot of trouble down at the creek. So, but we're almost through. It filters really quick. I mean, and I don't see any dirt or anything like that in there. We're almost through. I mean, that's all the water I got, by the way. That shows you. This entire bag should fill up this 1 liter bottle, and yeah, I just didn't get enough. Okay, that's good enough. Like I said, I could choose to just drink right out of it, but I don't want to get this thing dirty and have to clean that too. I'm already gonna have to backwash it after a few times, but okay, without further ado, here's the taste test of Shoal Creek water. That tastes great. It tastes purified, I guess, is what I would say. It tastes really, really good. Definitely don't taste any debris or anything like that. And I mean, look at that. It's really, really clear water. Awesome. I'm so glad I know how to use that thing now. All right. I hope you guys learned how to use the Sawyer squeeze. I like it so far. I mean, this was like a 5-minute test. The only thing I don't like is, yeah, these bladders, they need help. But the system itself, I mean, this thing just screws right on. And these like have like a lifetime, you know, warranty, I think. They last forever. So, let's see how much water I have left out of this. Okay, I had a little bit left. But, yeah, these things are not the best to fill. So, what I was saying is, like the C-Knock, if you get one of those, the entire, like this whole thing right here is a mouth and it gapes open so you can just scoop water right up. It'll fill the bag quickly. With this, you just got this little tiny capsule and water kept, you know, coming out of it and everything. So anyways, it worked. I like it. We'll just have to get a better, you know, bag. I just wanted to show you one last piece of equipment on the day. This is a large pack cover. It's made by Zpacks, so the same company that my Arc Haul backpack is from. And this is a large pack cover that is just extra protection for my backpack when it is raining or storming. It is made of Ultra 200 material. It's gonna look so flimsy and crappy, but it's actually extremely nice, and it only weighs like 2 ounces. So it's an $85 item. It's pretty pricey, but I think it's gonna help my sanity. Even though my Arc Haul is made of Ultra 200 and it's basically water resistant, this is just for extra coverage and to make me feel good and in a mental state. But I'm gonna put this on so you guys can see it. It is the large, by the way. For the 60 and 70 liter Arc Hauls, you'll wanna get a large pack cover. So anything over like 50 liters, if you want to buy this separately, even if you have like a different brand backpack and you just want to get this for the material, the Ultra 200 material, make sure you get the large. All right. And then once that is looped on, if you don't have a full pack, that's why you have this drawstring to make it a tighter snug. Okay, I made it back up to my car. What a day. I've been out here for 5 or 6 hours testing out my gear. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I did want to go over the stats because I did do a full loop trail, and it consisted of 3 trails altogether. So the Shoal Creek Trail, the Turkey Ridge Trail, and the Trail of Tears Loop. So if you go back and watch the hike, that's in the order of what I did today. Concluding with Lake Lindsay, of course. What a beautiful, beautiful lake. But I ended up doing 7.27 miles. It was 522 feet of elevation gain, and I was hiking for a total time of 3 hours and 3 minutes. So the trail system, it's a little wonky out here, I'm not gonna lie. Make sure you have All Trails or some kind of other map that you can download prior to coming out here, because not great service, and also the trail system's just a little discombobulated, a little confusing. Nonetheless, had a lot of fun, tested out my backpack, feels great. The sit pad, the bear can, the bear spray, all that stuff, you guys got to see it all today. We didn't even get to test out the ground sheet, the Nemo footprint, so I'll have to test that out another time, but we got to a lot today. So really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so glad I tested out all this gear today, and really pumped to finally get out in the backcountry here in just a couple weeks with my first backpacking trip. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment, thumbs up, share it with somebody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.